Welcome back to the Backside Poddy. This week's episode, we chat about peaks. G2I's here. We're good to go. And there's lots of local racing here and abroad.
2 gin and tonics, 2 vodkas, and a scotch.
Yes?
500 watts, please. Now let's introduce you to the Backsiders. Kurto.
Morning.
Shawnee.
Hello.
Matty.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, thanks, mate.
And Freebs.
G'day, Shawnee. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. What have you been up to, bro?
Welcome back. Oh, mate, a bit like you. I've been sort of not in Brisbane. I missed all the excitement of the flooding.
Yeah.
Cyclone Alfred. Didn't really see a lot of that, unfortunately. Disappointing, but I was down in Adelaide for a wedding, DVL.
Bring your bike back?
I brought my bike back. The R5 has returned. The Cervelo R5 is here. So got on that this morning. It was lovely.
Took your through axles with you?
Took my through axles with me and packed it up more than 3 minutes before I had to get on the flight. So happy to have that back.
Were you sober when you packed it?
I was sober too.
Oh, very good.
So yeah, that's hence why it's back.
You're learning, aren't you, mate?
Third time's the charm. So yeah, I was down in Adelaide for a wedding out in the Barossa, stinking hot. For that, I was just standing there at the ceremony, just literally having sweat running down my back.
Really?
Yeah, she was hot.
Good wedding, though?
Good wedding at a winery in Barossa, so I guess you kind of can't do too badly with that.
No,
but
that's living.
that was nice, but we escaped a bit early. I ended up going to Melbourne for work Wednesday, Thursday, flew into Adelaide Thursday night, did a nice ride on Friday through the hills. Another nice ride on Saturday through the hills, Kurto. And then up to the wedding and flew back Sunday, like 3 hours after the airport opened. So
nice.
it was a bit of a rough flight. And as we were landing, you couldn't even see more than kind of 3 feet in front of you, just like the ground appeared. Like it was like,
Wow.
holy shit. So
Luckily you could land,
mate, it was a lot of water. I thought we were going to hydroplane that thing everywhere. But
Jeez.
anyway, we're here to tell the story.
And then you saw Benny Manson riding down Nudgee Road.
Yeah, so then I'm cruising back down Nudgee Road from the in the old people mover, and I was like, "Who's this cooker bloody riding his bike?"
Yeah.
And I got closer, and I was like, "Fuck, that's Ben Manson." Anyway, unfortunately, there was no windows in the back of the old High Ace, but I was ready to yell at him. But I thought the next best thing was to get the video of it. So we'll put that up on
we'll put it up
on the socials this week, because that was quite a scene to see some idiot riding after about 270 mils of rain.
The one and only Benny Manson. It's not something you'd do, Kurto.
Yeah, back in the day.
Oh,
Yeah.
back in the day, not now.
Back in the day. How was the cyclone, mate? You braved it?
Yeah, mate, I braved it pretty hard.
Yeah.
What'd you get up to? Netflix?
Nah, mate, Mohammed's account's actually gone off the TV now. It's run out.
You're joking?
It's run out.
Your KO's done.
No, we got KO. Housemates chucked KO in.
Yeah.
But Mohammed's that we bought the TV off. Mohammed, his Netflix has finally run out on our
He's
TV.
finally caught on.
Yeah, I think so.
I probably just got to 12-month
Yeah.
term, or his credit card expired.
Yeah, so I don't know what happened there, but no, man, I just worked from home. That was about it. We were pretty lucky.
No water, mate.
Nah, no water, mate.
Oh, damn, you're not good for the one-off payment then, unfortunately.
We lost power though. So yeah, mate. So we struggled. We struggled big time. So yeah.
I'm pretty sure I lost power here too. Eh?
Yeah, mate, my fridge is like completely. I got back and I was like, oh shit, it's all gone off.
Yeah, it's no good, is it?
Speaking of which, poor old Jimbo, the show, he still has without power. He couldn't even get himself here tonight. He's
What's he got?
his electric card.
Yeah, he's got an electric card.
Derp. That's what happens, guys. When you go woke, you go broke. So yeah.
Get out in town, mate, or anything on the weekend?
Man, I did.
Standard weekend.
It was a standard weekend still for me. Nothing changes for me. On
Wasn't it lockdown?
No.
Not for you.
Not for me, mate. That doesn't exist. Let's be honest.
Kurt doesn't read the rules, mate.
Yeah, mate, just makes them.
Yeah.
Friday, I just watched the footy at the mate's place, and yeah,
Good to be back to footy.
It was good that Ibis were just didn't exist at 2 a.m. in the morning.
That sucks.
Yeah,
So what'd you do?
I just had to walk home. So I walked home.
How far?
Intro to Auchenflower in the pissing rain.
Mate, you should have stayed there.
Oh, mate, I couldn't be bothered, I could not be bothered. Mate, I did not see one car at 2 a.m.
Did you have your thumb out?
Mate, there was this massive puddle. I thought someone was just going to drive.
I would
hit me.
If I saw you, mate, I'd be like, let's just get
Saturday though. Oh jeez, I was dusty. No, not dusty. You know when you just like at 4 o'clock, you sort of I need a little nap. Close your eyes for 20 minutes, and I wake up to my phone buzzing on my chest, and my mate's like, "Oi, let's go watch the footy at the pub." I was like, righto. Just rundle down, footy shorts, Birks, t-shirt, at the regatta. I get there around 4:45. I didn't leave the regatta until 2 a.m.
Surprised it didn't
Perfect.
flood.
It actually had a blackout, but lucky I had cash,
Hey,
and I could still buy drinks.
Jeez, where'd you get the cash from?
Yeah.
There was an ATM there.
ATM had power, did it?
Battery backup.
No, before, mate. Before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you thought about that?
I actually did.
Jesus Christ.
Cash is king, bro. And then Sunday, Sunday was fine actually. I was fine Sunday. People were like still hurting, and I just got out, went for a little walk to sweat out a bit of the bitcoins.
Yep.
And I'm actually off to the F1 this weekend. So
Oh, yeah.
Oh, mate.
yeah, so
Hey, that's going to be
You've been rubbing that in all night.
yeah, so it's gonna be a good weekend.
it's an epic weekend.
Gonna be a very large one, I reckon.
Shawnee, what have you been up to, mate?
Mate, I was just climbing some peaks down at Falls Creek.
Big climbs.
Yeah, massive climbs. And I'm not a climber.
Oh, you're certainly acclimatised to the elevation there now.
Mate,
Did Garmin tell you?
I tell you what, it's hard work.
The air's thin.
Oh really?
Yeah.
The
No,
air's
you're
thin.
kidding.
Like
So you couldn't get around the tour then?
heart rate was up.
Yeah, it is.
HRV was down.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah, my body was going, what the f*** are you doing, man?
Tripping.
But, yep. So anyway, it was great. It was actually a great few days.
Bit of a road trip with the boys.
Great few days. Me and Cav had some good bonding time.
Cavinator.
The
What a-
Cavinator.
What a great bloke. he
Tell you
is.
what, that bloke can snore.
Well, he can also crush watermelons between his quads.
Oh
They
yeah,
are big.
They are big.
mate. And those quads can climb mountains too.
Yeah.
How'd he go?
He
Oh,
dropped Baden with by 5 minutes, mate.
He rolled
You
Baden.
kidding?
Yeah.
Jeez,
Baden
he can
dropped
do it
him.
all.
Baden
He-
dropped him, and then Cav went past him in the final
Watch this.
time or something.
Yeah.
Just
Gave him the old bird.
Just kept going.
Yep. Fucking brutal. But no, it was a great week. It's beautiful down there.
Yeah, it's
man.
a good part of the world.
I'd love to do like maybe a 2 week. No, I wouldn't call it a
Training camp.
I wouldn't call it a training camp.
Go down with Plappy.
Yeah,
Pre-Christmas.
Yeah, I'll go stay at his farm. Why not?
Yeah,
Yeah.
get the GDM or whatever that piece of shit car that sponsors him driving you around.
Oh yeah, GWM.
Yeah, those ones.
Great wall, mate.
Great wall of nothing.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's been my week. We'll go through peaks a bit later on though, and we've got a
Special guest in the house.
We've got an impromptu special guest, Matty May from over in Perth. He's crashing at my house tonight and a few more nights. How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, guys. Had a bit of a silly goose moment and rocked up too late to my flight. Missed the
I've done that, mate.
first time.
Yeah, it happens.
Won't be your last, brother. Don't
Definitely
worry.
won't be lost.
Well, hopefully it's the first of few, but missed the team bus going down to Grafton, so I had to call Sean up as a rescue man.
Special favour.
But
Whilst he was at the Brisbane airport, he's like, "Hey, Sean, you got anywhere for me to stay?" And I'm like, "Do you need somewhere to stay right now?" And he's like, "Yes."
That's so good. That is so good.
pretty stressful few hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
Part of the fun.
It's a long flight too, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 5 hours, I think. I don't know. I just conked out for most of it. So
You weren't hitting yourself in the head. You're like, fuck.
I tried to not stay.
Angry at yourself.
Yeah, I had a pretty grim weekend as well. I got a nice bout of food poisoning a few days before the flight too, so spent most of the 3 days before in bed.
Mate,
That's
you're
actually
going to have a
right. Good for
great
Grafton.
Grafton.
Yeah.
Great Grafton.
Well, I actually lost 2 kilos of body weight.
Yeah, good.
So we're already getting the excuses out like Michael Matthews did, saying he had spicy pasta 4 days prior. And that's why he can't have a
isn't
good
an
race.
excuse. I'm just saying if anyone needs to lean up like a few days before a race, that's
Just don't eat.
Where should we go?
apparently.
Where should we go for the food poisoning?
It's a hot pot place in Carrinup.
Well, that's your
Yeah,
first.
that, mate, that's what are you thinking?
Well, that's your first
Look,
problem.
I've had hot pot plenty of times. I've never had those kind of reactions, but that was pretty gnarly. 36 hours.
Shouldn't have been that.
The needle.
But yeah, cleared up about 12 hours before the flight. Managed to pack my bike and then still rocked up late to the airport.
Did you sleep in, did you?
I don't know. I got there like half hour before the flight left, which is admittedly cutting it very close. But they saw the bike bag and was like, no chance. We're not lugging that to the plane before it leaves.
How far away do you live from the airport?
About half hour.
Oh, yeah, grim.
Yeah.
So
And then you hung around the Virgin Lounge for a few hours.
yeah, 4.5 hours in the Virgin Lounge.
At least they put you in the lounge, though.
Yeah, thankfully the team have a kind sponsorship this year, which enable us to get Virgin Gold. So
Yeah.
just go in and try and get my money's worth in falafel wraps and cheese and biscuits.
They're not too bad, eh?
They're pretty good,
I
actually.
don't mind
The
'em.
food's nice.
Any mimosas getting around?
There is a bit of booze that's
Midday,
that you don't have to pay for. So
Mate, I was in there on Sunday in the Adelaide airport, the Virgin Lounge, and literally 30 seconds before 12, they start lining up. Pure blondes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just they're on it. They're on it.
And thank you very much.
I had a coffee.
it's all on the
killing
house
me.
too. You can get as many as you want.
Mm-hmm.
You're killing me.
That's the one thing I love about international flights. I just get
Oh,
plastered.
mate. Yeah.
And it's like 3 and you're
I love a lounge pass.
actually out on 3 in the air.
All right, so you're going to do Grafton.
Yeah, I've got Grafton this Saturday.
You going to ride down or how you getting there?
Hitchhiking.
Yeah, thankfully,
Well, Feasley's at the moment. So.
thankfully, one of the girls who's guest riding for the team this year. Shout out Erica Hipkins if she listens to this.
She's now.
she's
Morning,
going
Erica.
to give me a lift down later this week, which has been a massive help because otherwise it was going to be an 8-hour bus.
A bus.
Because there's no
Jeez.
the train.
The old Greyhound.
Oh, Jesus.
the
I've
train-
dropped a few people there. Have fun with that.
the trains aren't running, so
Yeah.
it was bus or nothing, and it was like
Yeah, I know. Oh, mate, the trains are doing my head in. You get to the freaking train station at 7:20, and the 7:20 doesn't rock up. Neither does the 8 o'clock on Neckman. It's 8:30.
yeah.
So, mate, Greyhound buses. You didn't want to fancy the Greyhounds?
no, I it's kind of a bit of a grey area that I'd like to keep grey. I think.
Yeah.
Would your bike even be allowed on that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just pay extra, mate.
I've gone on coaches before. The bike, just put it on underneath.
Jesus.
Should be right.
It's like a 3.5 hour drive in a car,
Yeah.
or 7.5 hours on a coach.
Do you remember back in the day when Brisbane City Councils used to carry the bikes on the front of the bus?
Yeah.
Could you imagine that with a Greyhound? Someone's like,
Geez, I never saw a bike on the front of a
I
Brisbane.
saw
Nah.
a couple.
You
They got rid of it.
Yeah, you saw the racks, but fuck.
They racked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I wouldn't be putting my bike on the front of a bus down that highway.
No, absolutely not.
And who are you racing for, mate? You sort of touched on it before, but
I race for the Cycling Development Foundation, so from Perth.
Yeah, lovely.
Yep. Good team out of Perth.
Yeah.
Doing good things.
Yeah, it's good. It's run by Brad Hall, who's a great guy. He's a good coach.
Yep.
He's helped me out a lot. They focus a lot on development as well. So we've got quite a young team. There's quite a lot of under 19s. So there's a good mix of older guys too. Like we've just signed Craig Wiggins, which you've probably seen for
Yeah.
Sydney and Q Tour.
Already doing good things. Got a third on
I saw that little
on
sprint.
Saturday night or Friday night.
Yeah, he's got a good kick.
Cash can push some wads, eh?
Yeah, he can. Knows how to make a good edit as well.
Oh yeah.
And knows how to ride some sand dunes out in WA, your red sand or whatever dirt, whatever that is out there, mate.
It's not even the sand dunes, it's just what it
Yeah,
is.
loves a bit of gravel. I've never met Craig personally properly.
Tell him I'm
shows
a
him.
big fan.
I will next week in Q Tour.
I'll give you some
first
photos,
time.
mate. I'll give you some photos before you head off.
Yeah, can you get some signed autographs, please?
Yeah. No,
And,
he's a good lad.
But I've heard that apparently every single bike he rides turns into a gravel bike, no matter what form of frame it is. But I think
Bottom bracket
that's what
probably
happens.
doesn't work either.
That's what happens down in Albany, I think.
Yeah.
There's no bitumen.
You been down there, mate?
Not that far, but pretty clse to it.
You covered every...
Well, I used to look
Very
after
straight.
Western Australia in a former life, in work. We don't want to talk about that, but
my hero.
used to go there a lot.
Lovely.
Done a bit of riding.
Very good. Well, let me talk about peaks.
Oh,
It's
okay.
time. That's what we're all here for.
That's what we're all here for. And I'll tell you what, it was a bit dicey getting out of Brisbane on Thursday. I was like, because the rain was coming down, they were saying the cyclone's about to hit. But I'll tell you one thing, it all started off pretty bad for me on Wednesday before we started the drive down. I was driving to this job, I'm talking about work now. I was driving to this job and this bloody lady decided it'd be a good idea to crash into me.
Oh, I know.
And I was like, my first ever car accident, mate.
Ah,
Yeah, and she sideswiped me.
did you get the Amy app out?
Yeah, you got the Amy app out. I said, what were you bloody looking at? And she goes, I wasn't looking. That was the problem. And I was like, what are your eyes painted on? And anyway, she was having a bad day and I left it at that. Got her details and she's up for a pretty nasty excess bill because she was in a rental car too.
Oh.
Yeah, so...
It's probably
Right.
the second crash of the day.
Yeah, so I bloody started the drive down on Thursday with a big ding in my door. And
Did you hear the wind?
nah, the door seal was still all good. So she's all good.
That would be annoying.
Yeah, but it was actually a really nice trip down to Peaks, hey?
Fuck.
Yeah.
Did you stop halfway?
Yeah, we stopped at Newcastle. Stopped in at Newcastle. It's a bit of a interesting...
It's a great place.
Yeah.
Centrelink Hub. Great
Yeah,
place.
it's like, as Cav said, it reminded him of Toowoomba,
Oh, I was going to say more like,
Ipswich.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've gone that way.
I'm leaning towards Ipswich. Toowoomba's a bit nicer.
Up the range, mate.
yeah.
Not all cars make it up there for a reason.
Yeah, correct. So had a nice palmy before the plain old carb load.
Did you go full carb, did you?
I went
Low res.
Yeah, I went low res, full carb for the following 2 days. So I was
You did
like,
2 days of low res.
yeah,
You'd been shitting through like old mate here.
yeah, it was good. It was enjoyable. Yeah. But anyway, we ended up down at Falls. We were staying at the Falls Creek Country Club on top of the mountain there.
Did you get golf clubs
Jeez.
out?
Oh, no, there's no golf course up there, funnily enough. Don't know why it's called a country club, eh?
It's in the
But-
country and it's a club.
Yep.
I don't know, Kurt.
Anyway,
Jeez.
we quickly built the bikes up and went for a ride. And my God, man, how nice is that
Yeah, down
lake?
to-
The lake on top of
Yeah, it's cool. Eh? Cross
Yeah,
that bridge.
Like, I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, it's unique.
1,800 meters up in the air, and
Yeah.
you got this beautiful lake up there. It's just incredible.
And it's all those sort of silver birches as well, those trees that don't have
Yeah.
any leaves on them. They're all
Yeah.
kind of just like a ghost town almost.
Yeah, it's like you're on Mars or something.
Yeah, it's a bit like
Yeah.
the old moonwalk.
Yeah, it's one of the most picturesque things I've ever seen.
Get
So,
a picture.
I got a few, mate.
Yeah, you send them through to Petey, mate.
Yeah, nah, Petey May's too busy in the Maldives and his DTs.
Yeah. God, he's looking good, isn't he? He's looking
Mate.
red hot.
Imagine
Mate.
his tan when he gets back.
Mate, I want to look like Petey May when I'm 57, eh?
Oh, mate. 100%.
He is, yeah. But anyway, so I started the carb load Thursday. It was all just plain rice and pasta.
That's it.
That's it. Did that for 2 days.
How many
straight.
grams?
It's the good stuff.
Did 650 on Thursday and almost 1,000 on Friday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Anything else? Just that.
Just that. Yeah.
Charming.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyway, bloody check, because you got to do a bike check on
Yeah.
the day before. Anyway,
How's the lineup for that shit?
man, it's
Fucking-
off chop. So,
Hubbard School.
Yeah.
man, yeah.
Wish you could pay for like express entry. That'd be cool.
Well, the Bicycle Network members get express entry.
That's only like $50 to join that.
Yeah. Yeah. So what happened? We went for a little ride Saturday morning, just to spin the legs out. Somehow I almost got a com up there and I wasn't even riding hard. I was like,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Righto, mate. Yeah, good. Yeah.
I was like, I'm on for one here. Anyway, we did our 2-hour ride, came back, and
Ooh,
we were
it's a bit far.
Yeah,
nah,
that's what I'm thinking.
she's fine, and and then we came
Got
back.
a com, mate, nearly.
Yeah. I better go back out and grab it, eh?
Wang style.
Yeah. And then we came back to do bike check, and the line was like 1 kilometre long.
Yeah, mate. It's
And
not
I was like, I'm not about that life. I'll come back in the Arvo.
It's even longer.
No, there was
Oh,
no line.
Yeah.
Everyone had the same idea.
Panics.
Get it done early, so you're at the front of the queue. Bad idea. So just do it all last minute. You'll be fine.
Matty, you'd be perfect for that, mate.
Yeah, you'd be perfect. You just missed by 3 minutes, though.
Yeah, probably. Maybe that's my forte. But early bird doesn't always get the worm,
No, it doesn't.
as proven.
It doesn't.
Talking of which, how was the lineup at the start? Did you get to the front, mate?
So
Did you take my advice?
I planned to take your advice, but time just gets away from you in the morning.
I told you.
like especially when you've been on a low res dog.
Mate, it's a couple of sits.
Couple of sits that you're doing.
Yeah,
How
so
many sits you do?
I'll leave
another
that
story.
just for my ears. Yeah, and
All
All right, Cav knows about it.
yeah, Cav certainly.
He might
knows
be
about it.
snoring, mate, but Sean he's
Shitty.
dropping.
Anyway, but yeah, Benny Moriarty, he got there. He got up there early.
Did he let you in?
He let me in,
What a legend, mate.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
worth a 6-pack right there.
mate. And he was an absolute. It was his birthday on Sunday
Happy
too.
40th, Benny.
Yep. So happy birthday, Benny. And his partner Sam was down at Mount Beauty collecting our jackets too.
Oh, fuck, how good's that?
Yeah. So I actually did a little sneaky. Actually, I did a Sturker order through BikeBug, and I saw they had a heat cream.
Yeah.
Bought it. Man, magic. Saved me putting on arm warmers and everything. So I just rubbed my arms in this heat cream. It's like deep heat, but
Yeah,
it's sort of not. It doesn't
Touching
have.
not.
What? And it stops you from getting cold?
Stops you from getting cold, man. It was freaking.
Touched it a few places, mate.
Yeah, where'd you...
Mate.
You didn't get that wrong with the butt cream, did you?
Oh, yeah, that would be a mistake.
Because they sell
wouldn't
butt cream too, I see.
it? Hopefully, it's a different color tub.
Wait, at
You'd do that,
least-
Tozer, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but at least it like zero.
one red?
You're still packing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like you're packing something. Like, ooh,
You're a Derek, mate.
yeah, brother.
Anyway, so he creamed up and all, like it was probably.
You had a cracking day, though.
Oh, it was beautiful. The weather was perfect, mate. It actually warmed up a fair bit towards the end.
Imagine adding 23 more degrees to on the
Mate.
back falls.
Mate, I was looking at some like Chris Miller, and then another fella. I looked at their times from last year.
It's 40 minutes nearly.
Mate, they just hit the wall hard up falls.
Mate, I was having people like trying to tackle me off the bike to get my drink bottle.
You're joking,
Nah, it was like carnage.
mate.
Here's you a drink bottle.
Yeah.
Mate, this guy's like begging me, like, can I please have your drink? I'm like, mate, what am I going to drink? Yes, he didn't stop at the bottom, mate. What
He's
an
done an
idiot.
AW for a Kyle Godson. His own teammate. Nah.
Nah, stuff, yeah. But no, so we'll go back to the start, and the start it was about 8 or 9 degrees in the morning.
Oh, that's a bit fresh.
Yeah, it was a bit fresh. So like I was real. That's why
Heat cream.
Heat cream saved me. Anyway, descended the mountain. That was sketchy in itself.
Told
man.
ya.
Far
Hubbard's
out.
galore everywhere.
Like
Get dive bombed.
so, I got one negative thing to say about the challenge, and it is how about we organise the riders in skill, ability, and
Yeah, but how are you going to do that? There's no handicappers there.
I know, but you all say what wave you want to be in.
Yeah, but everyone. So what they all do is they get to the front or the back of the one in front of them, so they can get down faster. So they get sucked into.
Well,
Yeah.
put up a barricade and let them off at 1 minute intervals,
Listen to you go race organizer.
Nah, it's pretty
Judge
nuts,
though,
mate.
that one.
It is pretty gnarly to start.
mate.
Were there any crashes?
Oh, there always is. There always is.
Not, well, there was a lot of crashes, but I didn't see any of them.
Hooroo.
I was off the front.
Past the motorbike.
Yeah, those photos are looking a little quicky, eh?
Yeah, mate.
Looking slippy.
I'll put a couple of them up.
They do the same thing at 7 gravel race.
Yeah.
I did that. Like it's just mass start.
Is it really?
You could be lining up next to like someone who's
2 hours slower.
yeah.
Like
it's-
I just don't like. I was looking at
It's
the
dangerous.
blokes beside me, like, and when
I told you.
when I slid in next to Benny, I did not feel guilty one bit because I was like, I looked at the blokes beside me and I was like, you're fucking joking me.
You still weren't far enough forward, though, I don't think.
No, I wasn't.
I saw you like with your start on your video.
Mm.
I was like, mate, well, you're halfway around the bend.
I was second row, but then I was second row. They had to tape up, so I was second row back from the tape, and then all these people just went straight.
Mark O'Brien rocks up with a minute to go.
Correct.
Straight at the front.
Straight to the front.
No worries.
Yeah.
Oh, you
I've been
can
here for
when
half
you
an
win,
hour.
though.
Yeah, but man, I could have stayed in bed half an hour. But I mean,
Yeah.
might have made it. I might have been half an hour faster.
I could have got some more stuff out.
Lighten the load.
Take it to the publisher.
Anyway,
mate.
so you bomb it down there. Do you
Bomb it
stay with
down.
the front group? How far?
Yeah. Stayed with the front group.
It's still pretty like punchy trying to those little climbs coming out, eh?
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, dumped the vest at Mount Beauty, and then Toowoomba just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, you swing,
Like you-
swing left and you're on.
Yeah, like you think it's maybe 10 or 12 k's away, but
No.
no, it's you feel like you've just descended and you're already climbing again.
And was Marco still there at that point?
So I saw Marco slide all the way
The back. He did that.
Yep.
He did that last year too. I'm
Yeah.
having a piss, and he didn't.
Yeah, and then Jack Aiken.
Yeah, same.
Did the exact same, and I was like, "What are these two sneaky buggers up to?"
And they just whack at the start.
Yeah. So then the climb starts, and then probably 2 minutes into the climb, the freight train goes past.
Yep.
Marco, Jack, and then Shauno's like, "I'm going to jump on the wheel," and so I jumped on the wheel. I'm doing 470 on the wheel, man, and I was like,
Nah.
I'm about 5 minutes into warming up here, and this isn't a good idea for a 235k
It's not, man.
ride. So I sat up, and then Mark and Jack did it in 1840 Toowoomba, and my group, which was the next group behind Mark and Jack, did it in 22.
Did they catch over the top? Did you guys get back on?
Yeah, we caught Jack and Mark over the top, caught them on that road to
Yeah.
Hotham.
Yeah. Because
Then-
it gets rolling pretty well there.
We weren't like, I was sitting on the back. I wasn't participating.
Oh,
Yeah, I was doing.
showing him around.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
well,
Not
Special.
very grand fondo of you.
No, I wasn't. I was like, nah, stuff is. I just want to recover a little bit. I got a big day in front of me. So a few people noticed that, and then
Called you in.
weren't participating as well.
Yeah, that happens.
And then we got caught by the 8 hour group.
Mate, don't underestimate the 8-hour group. They just keep, they're like the horse and bunny,
Mate.
turtle and the hare, mate. They just keep coming.
Benny said that they were working really well.
Yeah, they do.
And then they saw us.
Oh, so
but-
he was with those guys.
Yeah, he was with those guys, and then he said we were just dangling 400 meters in front, and it's like they couldn't catch us. And then we got to the bottom of Hotham, and they finally caught us, and we went around the bend onto Hotham, and I looked behind me, and I'm like, shit, there's like 100 people
Yeah,
behind us now.
Yeah.
And I was like, crying out loud. But then,
Sorry, what titles from the 8-hour group do they get? Like, is that like a label or is it?
No,
just like
that's the
kind of
first
hello?
group technically
Yeah,
on the
right.
road, and you get Stephen Lane and a couple others ride leaders that pace the group.
Oh, okay.
So they'll
Right.
they'll pull like, the group along if they need to, or they'll talk to everyone and say, hey, you need to speed up, or the break is going to be 3 minutes.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
they've really managed
Makes sense.
the process.
Yeah.
They've got lead 10.
Because 8 hours
10
is kind of
hours.
like the
Yeah.
going
Bang-
under 8.
the banginator.
Yeah.
the banginator, bang,
George is
bang.
a-
Banginator was not happy about 5 flats, I heard.
Oh, did he get 5 flats?
Matilda got like 4 and someone else got 1.
Oh, right.
He wasn't happy, but
I got a funny story about Bang Bang
but
Hollywood.
keep finishing off yours.
Yeah, I'll get back to Hollywood later. And but anyway, so we start Hotham, and that's the last I see of Marco. He's gone with Jack and a few others, and then we've got our group. It was probably 8 of us.
Yep.
Had Chris Miller, Will Clark,
Yep.
strong fella from bloody Sydney. Me and him are good mates now, so shout out Willie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. he did a 657 as well.
Jesus.
He's a solid lad too. He wouldn't be much lighter than me.
Nice.
So he's got more ticker than you, then.
He's got more ticker than me, absolutely.
Yeah.
I was pretty impressed. And then, so we did Hotham. I can't remember what time we did Hotham in, but it was pretty.
It's a funny old climb. It's the first
Mate,
third is pretty nasty.
You think you're freaking done.
It goes again for another 20 minutes.
I said to Will, is the climb done? He goes, oh,
Mate.
it's.
That's
Yeah.
that's the first third
yeah.
done.
Yeah, I was like, oh, God.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's where I blew up last year.
Yeah, oh,
I
really?
went kaboom.
Yeah, right. Mate, and then once you get just above that tree line,
Yep.
what a spectacle.
Yeah, it's nice.
Like the photos are out of this world that have come through. I love it. So I'll be getting maybe one of them framed up, I reckon.
Ooh.
Yeah.
right there, mate, behind.
Yeah, I reckon so. Like it's incredible photos. Incredible scenery. So like, unfortunately for me, I was in the red, so I wasn't really absorbing much of it, but I had the Insta 360 going for
Yeah, I
some
saw that.
of it.
Looks nice.
And anyway, so did that, then
Down at dinner plane.
down went. So this is where my day started turning to shit.
No, just like give toilet bowl, yeah?
Yep, and
yes, I told you so.
so we did a Formula One pit stop.
I told you.
for like 20 seconds.
Did I tell you that?
You did, but you said a minute. This was 20 seconds, bro. Like legit ripped in. Water pressure was terrible at
Yeah,
the
it's like you
taps.
can piss harder.
Yep. So my bottle's filling up, and they're like, "All right, boys, let's go." I'm like, "Bro, I've only filled up half a bottle here. This has to get me to Falls pretty well."
Yeah.
We stopped
Omeo.
at Angler's Rest.
Yeah.
Well, I stopped because I was dropped by then.
Anyway, that's key. Yeah, it is, mate. It is Formula One.
Yeah. So I didn't have enough time to rip over because I planned to put 2 sachets in, a 90 and a 60 from Sturker. Anyway, I didn't have time to fucking
Just water.
Yeah, so I've just got water in my bottles, so my nutrition plan's already gone to shit.
No hands? Why didn't you just do no hands?
So then I've had to get so we've started rolling again, and then I've had to pour my sachets in whilst riding.
Yeah, fuck.
Which it's
not easy.
It's not an easy task.
Mate, and you're going to go to the bloody locker, remember that? You're like, I'm going to drop my stuff off the locker and...
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
I was like, that doesn't happen, mate.
Yeah.
Only the Hubbards use the lockers.
Yeah. Well, I was a Hubbard I was the only Hubbard in our group with the top tube sticker because I was I was the only one there doing it for the first time.
Yeah.
And I was like, I said to Miller, I said, where are we pulling up for our rest stops?
He said, you should know.
Yeah. And he goes, oh, we'll stop at Dinner's Plain and probably a second one somewhere else. And I was like, oh, yeah, what's the name of that town? I'm looking at my top tube. And I was like, oh, was it Harriettville? He goes, nah, mate, Harriettville was bloody at the start, you bloody wanker. Anyway, so we've chopped off, got through Omeo. Had a real good run into Omeo, actually. We're going
Bit of
hard.
Taily.
I wouldn't say it was there wasn't much wind.
What a day.
Yeah, wasn't much wind at all. So anyway, got to Omeo and there was this bloody little climb out of Omeo. It was like a 4K climb, but at a gradual gradient.
On the other side of Omeo?
Yep.
Yeah, another one.
Yep, and it was like 4% for 4Ks.
Yeah.
It's like it's easy on paper. You should get over it any day of the week. But when you got 170 in the legs after Hotham and you've stuffed your nutrition up, it's not ideal. Anyway, so get 500 metres from the top and old Shauno blows up deluxe, loses touch with the group and...
Still at 15 Ks to Anglers.
Yeah. Yep. So I was solo on that false flat all the way to Anglers.
Nasty, yeah, through that valley there.
And if you're in a group there...
Yeah, you fang.
You fang. And I'm just watching them just ride off into the distance and I'm like, and I'm looking behind me and not a soul to be seen. And I'm like...
Sucks.
Yeah. So, and then I pull into Anglers. They were still setting up the Vegemite sandwiches at Anglers Rest when I pulled in. And I was like,
the Hubbards.
Yeah, for the hubs. And
Hubbard or not, I would have taken a Vegemite.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Give me 4.
I filled up my bottles and I went over to the snack tent. I said, what do we have here? And they're like, oh, we got Vegemite sandwiches. I was like, sweet. I was the first one to grab sandwiches out. I was like, I'll grab a handful of these. And off I went.
Mate, then you go around the what the fuck corner.
Bro.
You reckon Mark O'Brien took a Vegemite sandwich?
I don't think Marco
Someone probably passed him one.
Yeah, I think someone might have passed him maybe a Vegemite croissant.
I reckon he had a point to prove this year just quietly.
Yeah, he did, definitely. And he proved it.
Yeah.
Did a 640 in the end.
What did he do last year? Same.
645, I think he did last year.
Yeah.
Which is impressive in that heat last year.
He was finished before the sun came up. Fuck, he was fast.
But anyway, so yeah, get to WTF Hill, and I've never experienced anything like that. For the RPE, my perceived exertion, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, and you go nowhere.
My power output,
250.
One, not even. I could not fucking pedal. And I'm like, well, this is shit. And I got another 15, 20 Ks of this.
Imagine if it was 43 degrees.
Get a grip. I'm sick of hearing your sob story.
Mate, it just makes it like that. You're just rooted.
Yeah. Like I couldn't imagine it, but it got up to 36 degrees.
Yeah, right.
For us up Falls.
It's hot out back there.
Yeah, it is. So eventually got up. I got passed by 3 blokes climbing.
Jesus.
Yeah, I was going slow as hell, and yeah, rolled in.
Did you cramp?
No, I was cramping up Hotham actually.
Yeah.
Which I found really weird.
Yeah.
In my quads.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, really weird. I've never cramped there, but it was just that muscle fatigue, I think. But yeah, I rolled in at Falls for a 724.
It's a good time, man.
Ended up 16th overall.
That's fucking great.
5th in my age group. So
that's real good, mate.
At the end of the day, I'm pretty happy with that.
You should be.
Yep. And
what was your time?
8:05.
Yeah. So what's that? 40 minutes.
40 minutes.
I was,
Should we do it next year?
How many choppers did you see?
Choppers?
Yeah.
None.
Oh, they went crying people out this year.
Do you need a napkin? Do you need a napkin? You're just dribbling too much on your chin. Are we doing it next year?
Yeah, I would have done it this year, but fucking that wedding got in the way, DVL.
So I reckon next year. So the thing that was missing at the village was
Hype.
a party at the end.
The lads.
And I think,
Oh, speaking of which.
thinking we should do a Backside Poddy cross Nero show, cross press room podcast, massive party, sick DJ, get Lukey D on the deck.
Oh, mate, he won't come through.
Lukey D.
Yeah.
He's too loved up.
Yeah.
That emu will be somewhere else, mate.
Mate, that's what it needs. And we're overlooking the mountain as the sun sets.
Bridge Lane
Just-
Brewery can
Yep.
do some beers.
Yep. Get them on board.
Ugh.
And, mate, it will be the party of the century.
I'd be there.
Yeah.
Oh, I just want to just put a quick one out there. Hollywood. Mate, how was that G-Up speech? That was unreal.
Was he good?
He's entertaining.
But wait for it. He copped so much stick in the comment section and he just bites back. I love
He
it.
doesn't care, mate.
Mate, he's bloody Cav showed me something funny, which I didn't know. Have you seen his Jerry Springer thing?
Nah.
So he was on Jerry Springer about 15 years ago.
Really?
You're kidding.
Yeah, as a guest in the audience.
Yeah.
And this chick's going, oh, it's a bit R-rated. I won't mention it. But there's this couple up on stage and Hollywood's having a go.
Laying into them.
Laying into them going, you don't know... You don't know what a real cock feels like. And then old mate, the partner of the chick,
Wants to fight him.
wants to fight him.
Come on up, mate.
And then,
wow.
yeah, and then he's going, how about you show us your cock? And,
Yeah.
and Hollywood stood up and got
did-
his bloody cock
I love
out in
that.
front of everyone.
What a mad dog.
Yeah, and they freaking aired it. It was all aired, and they had to get Lee to sign a
Release.
release and all that at the end of the show. And I sort of think that's how he got his name, Hollywood. But he's a freaking lad in this video.
What a mad dog.
Yeah, we'll have to. I'll put it up in the. I'll put a link in the
Hopefully
bloody
it's
show
censored.
notes.
Hopefully it's censored.
Yeah, it's all censored. It's a great,
Oh, that'll be good fun.
great bit of film. But yeah, no, all round
Kurt, stop playing my toes.
great weekend. You got a toe fetish, Kurt.
Yeah, brother.
But yeah, it's an all round great weekend, and I reckon I'll be back.
Nice.
I'll be back. Don't know when.
Speaking of which, parties.
Mm-hmm.
Do you reckon we should throw one for Pro Velo Q Tour finishing up here in Brisbane, Vegas?
That is a very quick turnaround, mate.
2 weeks.
What are we going to do?
Just easy times. Have some beers.
Jeez. Well, the CDF boys are staying right opposite.
There you go.
Easy times.
They're all under 19 though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know
there's a
someone
few-
that knows how to
few
scratch
juniors
stuff.
rolling around, but
Yeah, I know a few people that know how to scratch.
Yeah, geez. All right.
Anyway, we'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it. Yeah. Might have to get Pro Velo on board.
Yeah, tell her to come.
Yep. Yeah, let's get it done. Talking about Pro Velo.
G2I this weekend.
G2I
Matty,
this
are you
weekend.
pumped up, mate? How you going to go? You going to get in the early break? What's your strategy?
oh, I'm pretty excited. I kind of have my own goals that I want to try and do. I had a ride that I was quite proud of at the time last year, but it's an exciting race. I think it can go a lot of different ways. There's obviously, is it a 14K climb in the
Yep.
middle?
Yeah.
Yeah, 14K. It's about half hour. Last year it was
No, it was
About 40
like 40 minutes.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
last year. It
I mean,
was,
the actual KOM's like 40 and 30 seconds or something
Yeah.
like that.
oh,
Yeah, it's 40.
maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll worry about it on the day, but
Yeah.
I bet you wish it was 30.
yeah, I do wish it was 30. I remember last year, just like I knew exactly the distance. I remember lapping it and just like watching the distance go up and up and
Yeah.
just like telling myself, look up, stop looking at the distance. And it would just go a lot quicker.
Yeah.
I just kept on looking down, just like, oh, God, still got another 12.
I would never lap it, I would just never lap it.
That's where our
Mate, you're right.
Climb Pro comes into its.
On the Garmin.
Yeah.
Climb Pro. I haven't
Yeah.
heard of Climb Pro, but
Tells you how far to go.
Yeah. It's
just push hard.
just push hard.
They're different colours for the steepness and gradient.
Yeah. Bit of a head crack sometimes.
It's a.
So where do we get to there? What's your strategy?
I don't know. I think an early break is a risky move, obviously.
Absolutely.
it's a good move for publicity, but I think if you're in a break any smaller than
5,
even
10,
maybe like 7, 6, 7, I reckon
And the 10th.
you're in for a hard day.
depends
Yeah.
which teams are there
You
too.
know, yeah, again, it does depend on the teams. Like a lot of teams are a bit nervous putting a rider up there like that. I mean, last year they had 3 guys up the road, Tynan Shannon, Brendan Green and Ryan Schilt.
Greeny loves a breakaway.
Brendan does love a breakaway. Had a stinker at Sydney. Did you hear? Fractured his hip.
Oh,
you're
mate.
joking.
Yeah.
What happened?
That's no good.
I think just on that race course, he just lost his front wheel. And then I
Yep.
think someone lost his front wheel. And I think Brendan went over them.
Was that
Yeah,
on
the
the go-kart track? Or the...
Yes, it was the last stage.
Yeah.
Where there
Yeah,
was
Mate,
how's
that
he
was
going?
680 corners and like.
that was a shitty course.
How's he going?
Yeah, I haven't spoke to him for a couple of days, but last I heard, he's in a lot of pain.
Mm.
Yeah, mate.
So,
Let's just touch on Sydney quickly because they had to cancel 2 of the stages because of traffic management issues.
That old chestnut.
Yeah, and then obviously the last stage ended up being
400 laps
go-kart
of something.
Track. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
of a
don't know
go-kart
how many
track.
laps there were, but I know one of the boys who writes at Cage, he put his Strava up and it was, I think he calculated it did 684 corners. And I think he was in the group that got pulled
Oh,
because the brake caught the pillows. They had to pull them out.
oh.
Mate, I reckon they lapped him like 13 times or something.
Wow.
I'm not sure. I wasn't watching.
How long was the race? Like, how long was the actual course? I mean, sorry, like less than 300 meters. What's the go there?
No, it was like a K long probably.
I think it was like a K, like it was under
1.2,
2K.
yeah.
Mate, it's going to be like South Bank.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
South,
gonna,
South Bank's gonna have the biggest crash again.
don't say that.
No,
Can you
d-
not- can you
someone
not-
someone
don't think
shared
so.
that, man, and I saw that, and I was like, man, if they're running that same course, it's that island in the middle that goes up between, and someone overcooked the corner and just wiped out the guardrail, and about 5 people just piled up behind him.
Yeah.
I was like, this is what Provello's riding this year, and I was like,
Is
Jesus.
this the Q Tour of road race?
Yeah.
No, this is the Friday night
The
crit,
crit.
in South Bank.
Might be sick for that.
Yeah.
Might have food poisoning.
Oh yeah.
I know a friend that can recommend stuff for you.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Hopefully they'll probably fence off the island. Hopefully anyway.
You would hope so.
Yeah. Because there was, I remember the Nationals, when they released the Nationals crit, I went and did a lap of that and I was like, don't know if they've looked at this course.
I actually
Little,
remember watching that Nationals crit, and I saw you on the
That was-
corner.
Absolute stinker. Like, I'd had a bit of a rubbish lead up into Nationals for various reasons, and then to be on my arse within 60 seconds of that
Yeah.
race, that sucked.
Yeah, that does suck.
But yeah,
And it wasn't you had not you like you couldn't avoid it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of poor positioning on my behalf,
Yeah.
but yeah, one of the boys just I think he touched wheels and then went down, and
Yeah.
I just went straight over him. But
yeah.
it's part of the fun, unfortunately.
But he got back up, did all right in the road race the next day, did you?
Not the next day. I had a day off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Did the elite road race. I crossed the line 22nd, which I think I was just
That's pretty good, mate.
I was
That's
just
very good, mate.
really happy to get round. To be honest, like I think
Yes.
considering the lead up and obviously falling on the floor 2 days prior, I was pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
So it's a great race too. Like I think being a home nationals as well, it's huge for Perth. Like we've never really had since the Tour of Perth got cancelled or didn't go ahead. It's
Yep.
been like nothing. So
Oh, Margaret River, mate.
obviously Tour of Marg, but you know nothing at a national level.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, one Queenslander comes down.
yeah, but yeah, like I think the Perth cycling community is amazing in the way that everyone does know everyone, and it is a lot bigger than a lot of people realise,
Yeah.
including people who live in Perth. And I think
Yeah.
that really showed itself at nationals. Like, I mean, I got shelled 2 laps out, and I was riding around Rob Stannard, who
That's
is
cool.
a world tour pro, and everyone was yelling my name.
Oh, really?
Which was pretty weird.
That's epic.
I was like, what's going on here?
That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
But yeah, I think considering how well it went, I reckon it will probably be bigger next year. I
Absolutely.
think with how the race went as well, like people love a breakaway race, and
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
3 out of 4 of the big races were all run by breakaways. So
Yeah.
there'll be a lot of guys coming over thinking, oh yeah, I'm Remco, I'm going to go 60k to go and no one's
Yeah.
going to see me again. But I think it's a great course. It's definitely different to Buninyong. And I think being in the city as well, it makes it more exciting because there's so many more points for people to come and watch.
Yes.
Not not to mention the pubs and the bars.
Correct.
Oh, did you pass the brewery? Just wondering.
You've been to the Swan Brewery for a couple of brews?
The Swan Brew, I've never actually been.
Oh, mate.
I'd,
It's too young.
I
Too
should,
young.
I should make a visit one day.
It's
but,
beautiful, mate.
I got told it was there 17 times, I think. How many laps were there in the elites?
How many laps you do?
14.
Oh, I
Only
got told
14, mate.
14.
times.
Every time the camera panned past it, Freebs was like, there's a bloody Swan Brewery.
Was Freebs on the... Oh, sorry.
Wake
I
up.
thought I was talking... Oh,
Freeberg.
in my head,
you're thinking
Michael
Oh,
was like,
not that one.
Yeah.
That's the ring-in one.
Freebs wishes his last name was Freeberg.
I don't know, man.
I'm happy with what I got.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with
yeah.
what he's got as well.
Yeah,
You're
you-
pretty happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeehaw.
Well, back to Grafton.
Yeah,
Yep.
geez, we
I can't believe you
Went off
pulled
a bit
out,
there.
Shawnee. I can't believe
Oh,
you've
yeah.
pulled out.
Yeah. Go on.
let's keep it all under wraps.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
That you're not going to the race, or just what you're doing instead?
just wants to give everyone else a chance. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, you're right, mate.
Yeah, I'm in.
I'm going.
Yeah, you're going.
I'm doing the old man category though.
You're my hero.
Well,
Thank you,
yeah,
mate.
you got Chris Miller to compete
Contend
against.
with,
and
yeah.
I'll,
And-
I'll tell you this much: he's in some good form.
He does look good. I've lost my partner in crime, Jim Bob too.
Yeah.
Oh, is he not going either?
Nah, he's like tonight. He's MIA and an apology. So
So why is he not going? Because of no power this whole
no
week?
power the whole week, and the kids are sick, and life's just hectic for the big fella. And he's needs to do the dad thing, which is honourable.
Yep, that's
So-
reasonable.
He's I've lost my partner in crime. We'll sort of had it all sort of organised, but
That's a
anyway,
shame.
I'll miss him.
Yeah.
I'll miss the big fella.
How you feeling for it, mate?
Well, I think like in their age, the Hubbard or age group, the climb doesn't seem to be as difficult as what it is in obviously the Pro Velo. But
Yep.
so normally it just sort of thins a few out. It doesn't get rid of the sprinters. So I don't know. I'm hoping it's reasonably hard so we can get rid of a few of the big boys.
Yep.
And then obviously it's just a matter of getting through those other two climbs that are, decisive moves spots, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully it's going to be good. It's looking warm. It's going to be like 31, I think.
Is it
So,
really?
Yeah, even in Inverell it's going to be 31. So
Nice bluebird day though.
yeah, that's a bit of a worry. Hopefully it's nice.
What's the wind doing?
Well, it's been off the back of the cyclone. It's been northeasterly, so I'm thinking it's going to be
A taily.
a nice tailie with a bit of luck.
Yeah,
So-
it'll be fast. Last year was fast after the climb.
It's funny when you go back and look at the records, like even in the last 10 years, like one year it's like 6 hours, then the next year it's like 5:20, and then
Yeah.
it's like freaking 6:40. Like
Yeah.
it's amazing how much it makes a difference.
Oh, it's crazy.
And it sounds obvious, but like it's hour and a half difference.
Absolutely.
So it's a long time of nutrition,
Yeah.
time of sitting down.
Yep.
So hopefully it's a nice day, not too hot, and just got to get the nutrition right. Amber's coming down, so she's going to be my feed station person.
Very good. What's your nutrition plan?
Yeah, I've got a bunch of different things. Obviously, keep most of it in the drink.
Yeah.
And I'll be taking, if it's that hot, I'll be taking some serious use of the neutral water vehicles, bike as
Yep.
well.
Yep.
So I was obviously got one before the climb. Then there's a roving motorbike at the top apparently.
Yep.
So just take use of that as much as I possibly can, being a heavy sweater.
Yep.
And then mate, just dumping the carbs in.
Yep.
As we know and spoke about,
As
and
well as the electrolytes, you need to keep on top of that.
yeah, so that covers it in the drink.
Yep.
And I'll put a bit of extra sodium. Bought some of the Sturkey
Yeah.
sodium
Tablets.
tabs as well.
Yep.
So we floating those through.
Yep.
And yeah, mate, just hopefully the legs hang in there for the last little bit, really.
Yeah.
But I haven't had the best lead up with the wedding last week and not riding probably enough.
Yeah.
With the floods and stuff. So
You're well tapered, mate.
I am well tapered.
Yes.
So yeah, that's the plan.
Very good. It's exciting. And then you're going to line up for Q Tour, aren't you?
Yeah, I stupidly decided to do that. I don't
Yeah.
know how it would go, but
Just get around, mate.
yeah, no, it's just good for, it's been a good sort of training block. I just want to sort of take advantage of that and
Yep.
just have a crack and see how we go against the kids.
Yep. I reckon you'll go all right.
Yeah, I think I'm worried about the first stage, just the crit, and
Yeah.
just I don't have the nuts to sort of and the willingness to risk it all for a biscuit of nothing.
But the thing is, you got to finish it.
Yeah, I know. Otherwise, you don't.
Yeah.
You can't start
Exactly.
the following stages. But I think there's some sort of number of laps
Leniency.
or some leniency, I think.
Yep.
And then obviously the TT, I think that'd be all right. I rode it the other week. It's reasonably punchy, the climb, so it's not
Where's TT at?
along the
Wynn Road.
Yeah, Wynn Road and the dam.
Yep.
Strathpine or what it is.
Yeah. Wynn Road up north near North Pine Dam.
Yeah, North Pine Dam.
Why so far away?
I don't.
Well, they're doing Lakeside straight after for the
Yeah.
road race kermesse, when we call it.
Yeah.
Lakeside even did it flood?
Would have.
Yeah, actually.
Would have.
Yeah, like is it alright?
It'll be fine in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
I reckon
another
Lakeside's
week.
going to be bloody tough.
Oh, God, yeah.
What is it? Just normal direction?
Yeah, the two hills.
Yep.
And then that road race is pretty gnarly.
Yeah, it's techie.
Techie and it's
Yep.
just punchy too. So
Yep.
Road race out that way as well?
Yeah,
or-
Debra.
The one.
Oh, the one where you crashed?
Yeah, the one where
Mate.
Finney Walsh dropped his bottle.
Mate.
That's a tough road race.
Mate.
It's a bit of name drop there.
Yeah.
Oh,
he
mate.
knows about it.
Yeah, mate. He brought down about 5 or 6 people.
Yeah.
Mate, that course.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's savage.
It's savage.
Do you remember everyone just lit it up on that second lap on the climb?
Yeah.
And bro.
I wasn't there.
No, it was the second lap. You got done on
No.
second lap.
I got done on the first lap.
Oh.
We just finished neutral.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And first lap madness. It
First lap
always
madness.
happens.
We had, especially that course, it's very tight, the road.
Very tight.
Yeah.
And they didn't close it in opposite directions, which would be different to Pro Velo, obviously.
Yeah.
In our group, because I was racing Masters then, and like everyone was just hanging on the other side of the road, like just trying to, because like 100 starters.
Yeah.
And
Because
everyone's
when
trying to
racing was massive.
yeah, everyone's trying to move up. Anyway, we got stopped. The race director just pulled us all over and said, "This is it. If you do it again, I'm stopping the entire race."
You know what I'm curious about with the Pro Velo? Are they going to shut down
Yeah,
Debra
in
Stanford
both
Road?
directions.
They better.
That'd be hectic. That's a busy road, man.
That's a
That
busy
is.
road.
When I heard about that,
do
I
you know how
was like, "Why are
pissed
you
off
doing that
those-
there?
Yeah.
How pissed off those people would
Oh,
be.
mate,
as well.
they're going to be
How else do you
furious.
get around?"
Well, yeah, that's it. You got to go through Wynn Road. That's a big detour.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
That's a massive detour.
Yeah.
Especially if you're like coming from Mount Me.
Yeah. Massive detour. Scenic
Oh.
route.
Anyway,
Talking about TTs, Ganna cleaned up last night by 23 seconds in Torino
about fucking time.
Adriatico.
Yeah, he
however
hasn't
you
had
say
a
it.
good little
Mate,
stint,
since
has
his
he?
hour record, he's just cooked himself.
He's
Yeah.
done the Victor Campanard and the Alex Dowsets.
Mate, he freaking piped him.
Yeah, no, but he's just done the classic, like, got the hour record.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying
Sit
to do
back
it.
on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's good the World Tour racing's kicking off. I'm loving it.
Mate, I just
Mate.
saw Astana posted after 7 weeks of racing, they're sitting second for 2025 points.
Are they?
The only team above them's UAE. So
Wow.
they're just cleaning up points.
Mate,
at the moment.
they've selected a good team to milk some points, that's for sure.
With Gatesy.
Well, yeah, they're going to send a team to China, like do all the Asian
Yeah.
racing
More
too,
point-
and then
more
like
points.
I think they had that race Brady did the other week.
Rwanda.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Ethiopian guy or something or other. There was a guy that raced for Astana there, but those points will go to Astana too, even though he was racing for a national.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think those points will
I
still
guess
go
the
to
name is under the
Astana.
team. Then.
Yeah.
Mate, but how good was Pog?
Mate, what a ride. I just can't believe that you can bin it the way you did and then hop back up.
It was a fair bin.
It was a fair bin. Like he's ripped.
Slide and front flip.
Yeah. Like
He got up pretty quickly as well.
got up really. He almost tripped over himself, but
The best thing was he jumped on his broken bike, basically.
Yeah, I know.
They pulled off another bike and he's like, no, fuck it, I'm all over.
yeah. But then he had the bike swap
Yeah.
100 meters down the road because he's like, oh, this ain't good.
Thoughts on Pigcock? Waiting for him?
Pidcock didn't wait for
Yeah,
him.
that's, mate, what's everyone saying he waited for him, man?
Nah.
Peacock was up the road for a fair bit.
Pidcock was jamming it, and then he realised team radio, Poggy's catching you, mate.
Sit up.
Sit up, try and stay with him.
Do you think that was because maybe he thought Pog was just out the race, or do you reckon he was taking the opportunity?
I think
Taking
he
the
was taking the opportunity.
Yeah, but mate, at the end of the day, Poggy crashed himself. It wasn't like a bunch crash when, it's like the yellow jersey.
That's his own fault.
And mate, to be honest, Poggy jammed it when Jonas nearly slipped out in the yellow jersey a couple of years back, and then Poggy crashed and
Jonas sat up.
Jonas sat up.
Yeah, that was a class act by Jonas.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Jonas.
Yeah.
And I like Poggy as well, but just shows like anyone will do it.
Yeah.
When someone's crashed, like most people will attack. It doesn't matter how old, how good you are. Like they all do it.
And
Where does that start and stop, you reckon?
I just think
What's
if it's yourself, I think it's play on. Like
well, and Pidcock saw the crash.
It was a second wheel.
So he would have been like, holy crap, that's a big crash.
Yeah.
So he would have been like, I'm in for a win here now. So he's going to jam it, and then
What are you waiting for? The world champ, are you? Or the former, the previous
Yeah.
winner? What's he waiting for?
Yeah.
well, mate, he didn't really wait.
Well,
that's what we're
so
saying.
he would have got the call. Poggy's catching you. How about you sit up, take in some nutrition, and then
He caught pretty freaking quick, mate, when he
fucking
sat
oath
up.
He did.
Did you see the numbers for what?
Mate, 600 watts for the first minute on that climb.
Yeah, so that's what I was about to say.
Pog.
9.6 watts per kilo for a minute and 6 seconds. So 66 seconds he held that to drop.
Yeah, they
Pig-
just settle into like 450 the rest of the climb.
That is
At 5 kilos, or it is.
that is
Mate,
next
he's,
level.
He's next level, eh? So, yeah, it doesn't matter what Pidcock was going to do.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of adrenaline there.
Oh,
Imagine how angry he was.
Oh yeah. I love it.
It was
First
good.
ever guy to win 3.
No, a few people have won 3 of Strade, but I've heard if you win 3, you get a segment named after you.
True.
So
good.
Poggy's
Probably going to get Poggy's corner.
Yeah, but
Mate, Poggy's
That
corner.
would be a good one.
Poggy's
Yeah.
corner is good, but imagine having Dancing with the Stars title.
Oh, Peter Sagan. Is he going?
Mate,
Is he going to
imagine
win it?
that. It may look pretty good.
He's got the moves.
He had the hot shoe shuffle going.
Oh, I'm
Mate,
impressed.
since the divorce, he's looking sharp, isn't he?
He's looking sharp.
His hair's looking good.
Is he still sponsored by 100%? I'm sure we'll
Probably.
see some of those sunnies on the dance floor
Yeah,
soon.
mate.
Podium sunnies.
Yeah.
Podium sunnies, mate.
Got a pair of the old Sagan 100%ers, I've.
Mate, the best one was whenever he was on the podium and he'd wear the ski goggles.
Yeah, that was sick.
He would
Yeah,
always
I
wear
didn't
them
get
around the
that, eh?
neck.
Fuck.
Because he can do what he wants, mate.
Yeah.
Poggy's show, mate. It's Sagan's show.
Yeah, always will be. Bloody quick shout out to Quinn Finlay. She got her first European podium on the weekend in a nice Spanish race. She got second in under 23 and third in the elite.
That's
so
impressive.
It's very impressive.
Fan favourite of the show.
And like she's had a pretty tough run since she landed in Europe. She was crook for almost a month, and I reckon having a month off the bike has done her some wonders
good.
because she's getting around all the races now and doing a good job at them. So keep up the good work, I reckon.
Yeah, it's starting to warm up over there.
Yep.
Finally.
Yep.
Max
So,
Hobson said over there. You saw
yeah.
that?
Everyone's slowly trickling over there soon.
Good. Get over here.
Yeah, get out of here so we can win some races.
With some races.
Yeah.
Get a job, please. Get a job.
But talking about local races.
None.
Oh, there's a few on this
I've
weekend.
been through last week.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there was none last weekend because old Alfie decided to show up.
Jeez,
And-
Nunda's looking good, mate.
Yeah. What's the verdict?
I thought it was
mate?
a children's sandpit this afternoon.
Really?
How many dead snakes hanging around?
None.
None.
I think they've been washed away, mate.
They're all
They've been
in
washed
the bay,
away.
mate.
Yeah, they're all out in the bay. Everything looked very windswept. The toilets are still full of like rubble and whatever else.
Yeah. Oh, well,
Those toilets don't even flush anyway. They've probably got 3 weeks worth of
Yeah.
clutter down there.
yeah.
Yeah, the tables and chairs are covered in leaves and debris.
Yeah, right. As long as it's not bad, as bad.
Actual
as the
track,
other year.
the actual track's good.
Yep. There's no shipping containers on it,
No shipping containers.
Oh, do you
Bloody
remember
well.
that?
mate.
That was gnarly.
Yeah, that's what destroyed the track. Bloody shipping container. There was a shipping container float onto the crit track down the road here.
Because
From about 20 k's away.
Yeah. Like
Came down like the
yeah.
Hulk.
When was it? 2 or 3 years
20
ago.
22.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah. We
Hectic.
had similar floods on a grander scale.
Yeah.
it's a pretty gnarly
Um,
thing to see mid crit.
Yeah.
Go around the corner, see a
Oh,
shipping
yeah.
container.
Yeah, I know.
At this same crit track, we get bloody
Snakes.
red belly blacks and brown snakes pop out
Pythons.
as well.
Python's getting chopped up.
Yeah, it's a bloody zoo down there, mate.
Maybe good for your little hot pot.
Get it. Oh, don't even get
COVID
me started. It
2.0.
still keeps me queasy.
Queasy.
See a few snakes around the crits in Perth.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a video of someone's like fly 6 and there's a snake just on the side of the path, just like full like stalking.
Oh,
They do that.
jeez.
all the bikes
All
going
revved up.
past.
You get a few kangaroos out at Ipswich,
You
Yeah,
do.
you definitely do.
mate.
Just hanging
Yeah.
around the middle.
Yeah.
I remember doing Friday night crits out there, and there'd be some Marshall. Trying to scare up the kangaroo mom.
Yeah,
There was actually a crit in Perth last year where we had a not quite wildlife, but we had an elderly on a mobility scooter. Just in the middle of the road on the finishing straight last lap.
That's so good. That is. So
I won.
Oh, yeah.
There's a
Did she post up? Did she post up?
No, he was crossing the road like about 50 meters before the finish line. And one of my best mates is in the break, and you can see him just like full beans, looks up, sees his mobility scooter, has to like slam on the brake, fishtails, then has to like swerve around.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Could have been a pretty horrific scene.
Could have
Oh
been.
my God.
Yeah, he could have been back at the nursing home.
He could have been
Hey.
a mobility scooter himself.
He could have been, yeah.
Bit of a shout out to our friends down south too. Like those blokes and people down at Gold Coast have been smashed
Yes.
with the cyclones in the
Yeah.
last week. Like I just can't believe the beach.
Oh, the beach is cooked. Hey,
Yeah, it's just
It's insane.
It's
6
unreal.
meter drop off. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
gee.
How's Rick Shaw's looking?
What rickshaws? Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen anything about.
How about Currumbin Lifesaving Club?
Oh
Yeah.
no.
That's
See the
insane.
guy at the top
It's
of
like
the
a-
Elephant Rock. Why
Mate,
would you go up there?
The guy, how about the 10 people that were up there, the Derricks? Like,
I
how
didn't see all.
how
Mate,
the
that's like
hell
a-
are you going to get back to the mainland?
It's like a castle in France, mate. It's been cut off with a moat.
No, the best one still was this guy saw his car
Yeah, just drifting around.
drifting around, and he thought he could save it by pushing it. And he realised, oh, maybe I'm not that strong. He can open a door.
He's not Hulk strength.
Hulk strength, mate.
Like, brother.
But then, mate, I haven't said about the crit track, but I'm just up in the hills a little bit there. But
Yep.
it's, mate, just saw Talabudra this morning on Instagram. I was like, shit, man, it's like a bloody river going down there. Like, it's
Yeah.
insane down the river.
Crumman got destroyed, hey.
I don't think
Yeah.
those climbs will be back in action for a long time, unfortunately. So,
What around Springbrook and stuff?
mate, it was smashed.
Yeah.
Well, Tambourine flooded.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, it always
yeah.
it always floods.
It always
up.
floods out
Yeah.
there.
Just a bit of a shout out to those people down there. Thinking of
Yep.
you guys.
Yep, absolutely. So hopefully it all recovers all right. But yeah, this week we got racing wise.
It's a bit on.
There's a bit on. We got the big dance, Grafton.
Big dance.
And then
What
we got
time are you going for, mate? Or is it just
Nah, it's just you just want to win your age groups.
just want to win it?
cross the line first.
Yeah.
Is there any set moves for you, mate? Follow.
Well, I'm just going to follow the moves up the climb.
Yep.
I don't think I'll do any pace setting out there. I don't know. Probably just I think there's two decisive move spots. So it just depends who gets up. There's lots.
Just be on the right wheels.
On the right wheels, and
Yep.
I won't let anything go.
Yep.
The real burn is that short like minute and a half burst
The
just before
wide
the turn.
gully.
No, literally like in the last 5k.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's a cooker.
Yeah.
What about that first like
Stinger.
KOM sort of thing?
That's reasonably hard.
That's
That's a bit of a stinger.
I got
4 minutes,
I
5
got
minutes.
the KOM for that 2 years ago.
Oh, my
Jesus.
hero.
Yeah, Sean off the front.
Going for com points.
Nah, TV time, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still trying to get that WT contract, mate. 30 years old.
There's
Give
still
me
a
a-
chance.
Yeah, that's it.
I still feel the same way, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how old are you?
What is the racing scene like in the age group? Is there much of a field, or is it?
Yeah, no, it actually is. I mean, they're not like Pro Velo sort of quality, but it's like a solid A grade.
Yeah, right. I've never really seen much of it, but it looks pretty. There's like a lot of guys that still take it very, very seriously. It's
Yeah. I mean, when you get
cool
to
way.
in your 40s, it's pretty hard to compete with a 20-year-old. So it's they're still sort of
You find a way.
they're mentally still keen, mate. Let's put it that way. So there's
Yeah, good.
just a little bit more gentlemanly when it comes to like a corner or something like that. Just not the last corner.
Yeah. Well, they've all got to go to work on Monday, whereas you blokes, it's you give it everything.
Yeah.
Got to go ride
Full
5
send.
hours instead.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've also got Lakeside on this Saturday.
And Muzz,
Yeah, Muzz and
UQ got World Cup.
potentially if Nunda's a goer.
I'll have to get the blowers out, mate, and try and get
Yeah.
the sand off. It's pretty gnarly down there.
Yeah.
Bit of spade work out
I think
there as well.
Muzz held up really well with the floods.
Yeah, apparently it's the track didn't flood at all.
No.
All the surrounds flooded, but the track was
It's high enough,
sweet.
which is
Yeah.
great.
Great design there. So well done there.
Imagine if it flooded. Oh, jeez.
Yep, exactly. That would have been bad.
Would have
But
been bad. And we don't have a shopping cart this week, but we are still running our discount code for the Sturka products on Bike Bug.
Yep.
So if you jump on there, put in your shopping cart the Sturka products and type in Backside as your code, and you get a 15% discount on those products.
it's well worth it. I shoveled those products down at Peaks, and I loved everything about it.
Yeah, I need to get a few just before
Mate,
the F1 this weekend. And
Mate, you need the caffeine gel, mate.
Yeah.
The rice bars are elite.
oh, they are good.
Ooh,
Took
yeah.
one on my run. Jeez, I felt elite.
Mate, like best thing to have mid-ride, those rice bars.
It's like a game changer.
Yeah, and 50 grams of carbs.
Feels
straight
like an
there.
LCM, not going to lie.
It's exactly like that.
Yeah.
Not a lot of bars rolling around with a good amount of carbs.
No.
And that tastes good, and
Yeah.
and they're moist.
Yeah.
Mm.
You
Gels
love it
go
moist.
down a bit tasty as well.
Yeah, the gels are real easy to consume. They're 50 grams as well, the gels.
Get that in you.
Yeah.
15% off for you, mate.
Have to give
Yeah.
it a go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
give it a go. Bikebug.com.au.
Oh, hit that plug.
All
Anyway,
right.
I reckon that's it.
That's us. We're talking
Yeah.
some shit now. So
Yeah, we did
Good luck
all
this
that.
weekend with Grafton. Good luck with
Yeah.
Q Tour.
Good luck getting
guys.
down there.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a challenge in itself.
Yeah.
I'm on the chopper. Doesn't matter.
Oh, you're in the chopper. Sponsored by.
Ferrari.
Ferrari, Red Bull
Yeah.
gives you wings.
Oh, it certainly does.
Oh, Melbourne doesn't know what's going to hit it. Melbourne doesn't know what's
Look out, Melbourne.
yeah.
You're the worst.
Look out, Essendon.
Scotch. Two
Anyway,
gin and tonics.
see you next week.
Vodkas.
See you later, Uru.
Hooroo.
Bye.
The Scotch.
Yes?
500 watts, please.